Hello, sir.
Good evening. Welcome.
Yes, sir. Please, can you tell us your name?
Okay, I'm Dave Sukmu.
The former military president of Nigeria, the person of General Babangida, wrote a book, A Journey in Service. So many controversial issues was raised in that book.
Yes.
I want you to throw more light on the issue, his reaction to June 12. As a general in the army, he said he was afraid for him not to be killed.
Yes.
And that was the reason why the fairest election in the history of this country was cancelled.
Yes, actually, just a few weeks, like you said ago, the military president Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida came out with a book, long-awaited book. Though there have been several other books that have been written on June 12, but we were waiting for him to come out with his own to either attest to what other people have been saying, since it's coming from the horse's mouth. And actually, he came out and he made so many revelations that have actually been related by other authors that have been talking. But why his own appears unique is that it's coming, because he was at the center of it all.
Okay.
He made certain revelations that are very vexatious. As a matter of fact, they are crimes against the country, against Nigeria. He conducted, if you look at the processes that led to the conduct of that election, the June 12, 1993 election, the processes actually were rigorous, expensive to Nigeria, and more so, a lot of energy, time, money was devoted towards it. Nigeria actually spent a lot of money, beginning from when he set up the political bureau, all through the Constituent Assembly, the meetings of the FROC, cancellation of several time dates or timelines for conduct of the election, as well as handing over. So much so that even shifted the timelines for handing over from about 4 times. I think it was the 4th one that eventually terminated in the June 12 election. And I wouldn't want to go into all those processes now, but I just want to make reference to the fact that he expended Nigerians' resources, very huge one for that matter, for us to get to that particular date. And he conducted the very best election you can think of. The late Humphrey Wosu was able to deploy a lot of resources, put in all his best to make sure that Nigeria conducted the freest, fairest, and most credible election ever in the country. Just halfway into the announcement of the result, we were surprised and he started playing all those antics, cancelling the election. At the end of the day, the election was annulled. Meanwhile, it was already evident to everybody that Chief MKO Abiola, of blessed memory, was already emerging as the president of the country. Indeed, pointers were already there, fillers were already there. The whole of Nigerians were already warming up to seeing him being sworn in as Nigeria's president, only for the Babangida administration to turn around and say they were annulling the election. In the book, A Journey to Service, that he actually wrote, he came out to start telling us that the election was annulled because it was under pressure from a section of the country and from some personalities whom he eventually named. Though Professor Mori, in his book, The Tale of June 12, The Betrayal of the Democratic Rise of Nigeria 1993, had already said most of these things before, but he merely confirmed it. One, he said that the northern leaders, particularly the Sultan, then Sultan Masido, as well as the emirs in the north. When you talk of northern leaders, you are talking of the Fulani Hausa hegemony. That's more aristocracy. What they want is what Nigeria wants. Very annoying. So which means that they never wanted a southerner, because they even said more so a southwestern person, a Yoruba man, to become president of Nigeria.
Specified.
Specified in what he said. So very vexatious, very annoying. So you allowed Nigeria to waste all the huge resources. Then at the end of the day, you said the transition is going nowhere. Then you annulled it because those ones were saying they don't want a Southerner as a president and mostly a Yoruba man as a president. They don't want him. Because of that, you annulled it. Then secondly, who were the day again? You said Sani Abacha. Sani Abacha said he cannot see himself having Chief MKO Abiola as his commander-in-chief. In the first place, who told him that he's even going to be in the army after Abiola had taken over? He would have been retired. Both Babangida and all of them, one of them would have gone. So a situation of you saying Sani Abacha says he doesn't want to see the MKO as MKO Abiola as his commander-in-chief, he would have given way. The country is bigger than Sani Abacha. So that again also contributed to why you annulled the election. Then you mentioned other people like Dongo Yaro, as well as Brigadier General David Mark. That David Mark even threatened that if NEC, that is the National Electoral Commission of that time, pronounces Abiola as the president, that very moment, that very day, you will shoot Abiola dead. Then you were also saying, IBB was also saying that even his own self, they didn't trust him any longer. That they would have killed him, they would have killed the president-elect, they would have even killed some other persons that were somehow having something to do with the election. In short, it's very, very annoying that you wasted Nigeria's time, energy, money, wasted our huge resources to transit, to conduct an election, to get to that extent, and you cancelled it, all because of northern interest, because of selfish interest, the interest of a few. Then he was even saying, the annoying thing again is that he said that he couldn't have staked his life, couldn't have risked his life for the interest of the country. The interest of the country and the interest of IBB, the interest of the North, which one ought to be paramount? Is it not the interest of the country?
Yes.
Is it he said that the North actually made him a president. The North made it possible for him to join the army, for him to rise in the army and become military president. Is it the North that are paying him? Is it the North that is paying him? Is it the North that recruited him? Is it the North that he's serving? Is it not Nigeria's money that he's using? Okay, let's even go to where the money is coming from. Is the money coming from the North? Is it not from the oil from the
South?
The so-called Niger Delta from the South? So all these things are very annoying. So you are saying that you cannot betray or you cannot somehow mortgage the interest of the North for the interest of Nigeria. A serving general saying that. Very, very annoying and provoking. Then he talked, in short, in that journey in service is a confession of the different sins and crimes that he committed. Crimes against the Nigerian nation, crimes against humanity. As a matter of fact, IBB, that's General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, retired, should be tried. He should be tried for the sins he committed against Nigeria, for the crimes he committed against humanity. Let us look at all the efforts, all the things he wasted as it has to do with Nigeria. So many companies left that period because there was instability in Nigeria. A lot of companies that left Nigeria have not been able to come back since that time. A lot of people died. So many people went on exile. People died directly as a result of the protest and a lot of other things that came as a result of that annulment of the June 12 election. There's so many people died because they couldn't access medical care. So many people died because of the hardship caused. Can we bring back all those people that died? So, as a matter of fact, IBB should be behind bars. IBB should be, in short, prosecuted for the sins and for the crimes he committed against this country. And for them to feel that the interest of the North is more paramount than the interest of Nigeria, it's another factor altogether that we have to look at. That's the reason why most times I even look at it beyond the issue of IBB. IBB too had his own personal interest, selfish interest that he never mentioned in his book. Though he was heaping the blames on the northern leaders, heaping the blames on some personalities in the military and others, But if you look at it, he has his own agenda. Otherwise, how would it be that he kept postponing the date of handover? He was postponing it. Then even when he burst himself into the tight corner by way of candidate election, and even his military constituency were now rising up against him, and he was forced to go. He said he was stepping aside. If he hadn't personal ambition, I don't think he would have gone to the extent of saying that he would have annulled the election based, say, primarily on on the pressure he was having from the northern leaders, as well as from some military personnel then in the military. Unfortunately, by another angle I'm looking at it from again is that somebody who said he would even shoot Abiola turned out to become Senate president for about 16 years in a process that was midwifed because of the issue of June 12th. That is David Mark. David Mark should bow his head in shame and in disgrace. As a matter of fact, he too should also be tried. So this is the way I actually feel and look at, I feel about this issue of June 12th and the write-up he made, the journey in service. So really, it revealed a lot of criminal acts that he committed in power. It's a confession, and it's something that Nigeria should take seriously by way of trying him and trying all those that are linked to all those atrocities that were committed in those early days in Nigeria's history. As a matter of fact, they set Nigeria back several years.